What is Agent CRM doing to help Medicare agents win big this enrollment season? My name is Will Winter, Operations Manager at Agent CRM, and I'm going to cover some of the latest features that we've dropped, as well as some of the best tools that you can use to scale and automate your business. We do a lot of other insurance products as well. We are the insurance CRM. So if you've got Medicare, final expense, ACA, annuity, and more, we cover that. But in this specific video, we're talking all about Medicare assets. One of the first things I'll cover here is a website. You have a high quality professional landing page that we provide with every account. All of the copy, all of the imagery, and your branding instantly incorporated into this page. Now check this out, new feature drop here on the right hand side. We now have bilingual assets. If they click, it will instantly translate the entire website. This allows them to engage in their language of choice, and you can collect key information that will help you serve a bilingual audience if that's what you are doing. If I click on the form here, let's change that back to English. What is your preferred language? If we capture this information, we can send them emails and texts in English or in Spanish. That's one of our latest features for Agent CRM's updates, especially in the Medicare bundle here. Let's go into the back end itself and see some of the best high conversion campaigns that we cover. These are like tasks that you give to a computer. We can automate things that are tedious or automate things that can often be forgotten, hopefully increasing the conversion of new leads, increasing the retention of clients, and also increasing the value of those in your pipeline through cross-sells, referral requests, and more. Just a brief overview of Agent CRM's assets. We have the whole lead journey mapped out from lead generation, lead nurturing and conversion, appointments scheduled, post-appointment automations, sold and reviewed automations, referral request, cross-sell, and of course, finally, at the end of the process, reviewing, or for other products, we have renewing workflows as well. I'll cover one of the basic ones because this is always a tried and true asset. New lead campaigns. Imagine you've run a Facebook campaign. You want to make sure that every one of those leads counts. We don't want them to slip through the cracks or age out before you have the chance to jump in there. So imagine you've connected your Facebook campaign to Agent CRM. A bunch of administrative things are happening on your behalf to keep those records clean and organized. We leave notes for you. We update them in the pipeline. And check this out. This is where the language filter happens. If they say I'm English speaking or Spanish speaking, they're going to get the corresponding actions. Emails and texts in this one that say, hey, you want to know about Medicare? It's confusing. I get it. Jump on my calendar. I'll help clear things up and give you some next steps. Email sequences and text. Let's check one more of those out together. This is the email builder here. We've already written out all the emails for you. You can modify them as you wish, but I would say I'm pretty happy with how these look. You can add your photo. That would be a great upgrade if you want to put some personalizing touches on these, but I would consider what you're getting 98% out of the box ready. Check that out. So this is just a great essential automation to make sure that leads that you are paying for do move to those appointments. Now let's look at some of the specific assets, especially the new ones for Medicare in 2025. We've got AEP, OEP, SOA, and T65. Are there any more acronyms? My goodness. AEP Campaign, Annual Enrollment. What we've got here is a sequence where when you have your contact list, you're going to trigger this campaign by adding a tag. You'll know which of your audience you segment them and you add the tag, whoever is eligible for this campaign. There's the language filter again, and check this out, August 25th, we're going to send a heads up, hey, AEP is almost here. Now, the beauty of this is that we're giving people a heads up to make sure that we're on their radar when enrollment season is open. The problem in the past is that some of you've gotten clients who have been potentially stolen from under your watch because someone else was a little more on the ball. This is going to automate that process so that you can wave your hand and say, hey, something's coming here, enrollment time, let's talk, keep me in mind, just a heads up. Now these first emails, let's take a look at this one together. These emails, especially in the AEP, also OEP, they simply say, time's coming, I'll be opening my calendar soon, keep me in mind, appointments fill up fast. So keeping you as their agent on their radar to make sure that they come back to you in this enrollment season. Wait for September 1st. Let's get ahead. More reminders. Schedule your review. You can edit and change these emails if you wish to add language or remove email links wherever you feel to modify as needed. Wait for September 10th. There's a text for the 15th and then the review, and of course through enrollment. It starts tomorrow. Here's some links. So that is going to be a great campaign to increase the conversion for this upcoming season. OEP is the same thing with different dates. We've got the first date being December 15th. Heads up, OEP starts January 1st, and we move through those sequences, emails, and text to convert them to action. Now, one of the cool things about this is that at the end of enrollment, they will automatically loop back so that next year they just receive this messaging campaign again. That way you don't have to remember sending these out. The system is sending it out for you. Let's take a look at the scope of appointment request. We have a few ways that this takes place, but a quick one is an easy checkbox. I'll show you that in a bit, but a checkbox will trigger a scope of appointment so that you can gather that information. If someone has called in or if you've had a conversation elsewhere and you need that scope of appointment, we've made it easier and more accessible than ever. Finally, let's take a look at the T65 campaign. If someone is turning 65, another point of eligibility, you can add your contacts. See the English and Spanish branch as well. And this is the cool thing here. It looks a little complicated, but what's happening is the system is checking how old are they and are they ready yet for these messages. So they're going to keep looping. Look at that purple line, just looping. They're going to keep looping until they are meeting the criteria. And once they're close enough to 65, we start to send them messages. Hey, are you turning 65 soon? Here are some things that you'll want to know. That way, when eligibility comes, you are the person they think of first because you, Agent CRM, has been reminding them of the information they need to know. So check that out. Nurturing sequences, fully written out emails. There's lots of other stuff that is a part of the standard assets, the standard branding bundles, but I'll let you dive into the account for yourself and explore or watch some of our other trainings. Let's look at a few of the other final ways that we help insurance agents. Let's take a look at the calendar itself. Every bundle or every snapshot, it comes with pre-designed calendars. So check this out. If I click schedule an appointment, there is the scope of appointment. We are requiring, in this example, a scope of appointment even just to book so that you can be sure when you have clients that come through or leads that come through, you're always capturing whether a beneficiary is coming through, if it's an authorized rep or more. We can punch in some information here and you'll see there is my scope of appointment. I can also have that signature gathered there even before the meeting is booked. So that's one of the two ways we gather the scope of appointment. Even in the calendar itself, by default, we are helping to protect you by incorporating the 48-hour rule right into the calendar itself. This way, you don't have to think about all those extra compliance needs because the system automates compliance for you. Let's look at two final steps here that are essential for our Medicare users. Check this out. On the left-hand side, we've got folders of information. I've got this blurred out for the sake of YouTube, but just see and imagine that all of your essential information on policies, on scope of appointments, and more is included. Just the act of clicking this checkbox is going to trigger the sending of a scope of appointment request. Notice I've already sent and engaged with this client by certain shortcuts. Just a click or a drop down is going to trigger pre-written emails and texts. Now, if you're entering in policy information here, all of the fields that you need, the plan type, the carrier name, the effective date, and more are on the left-hand side, but we've made it even easier this season. Check out on the top right, policy updates. If I click on that, my Medicare information pops up. So all I need to do is type it in here, fill in all that information, and then what I do is I hit, if I've just made the sale, sold, and that's going to trigger follow-up emails and more. Or I can simply just update the information and leave this as it was before, but this is making it easier than ever to log and retain and track information. These are some of the amazing features that we've rolled out, especially for 2025 enrollment seasons for Medicare, and we hope that you use these tools to take this season and hit some major home runs with your business. Sign up for Agent CRM if you haven't got an account. We've got a 2-week free trial, and there are some setup packages where we can help you dial in and make the most of these features. We hope that you guys win big with Agent CRM and with Medicare this season. Thanks for watching.